Hey everybody, it's Lisa and I'm here to make fashion simple. Today we're not actually talking about fashion. I'm going to talk about makeup. I have a couple of products that I'm very excited about that I want to show you. Let's get started. All right, so just like you guys, I watch beauty videos and makeup videos, especially all the time, because I am always on the hunt for something that is better, especially whenever it comes to concealers and foundations, because I'm sure that you are the same way, that I want something that's going to cover up all my imperfections and possibly some wrinkles, not a miracle. And then your skin is always changing. Especially as you get older, you might get skin that is drier and harder to work with. I'm in the same boat. So some concealers that I've tried are this Buildable Blur. This is by Thrive. Now, these are not bad products. They're just not the holy grail. Then I've got the Revlon Photo Ready, which I do like their products, especially their finishing powder, their pressed powder. Great stuff. This is some kind of stuff that I really did like that starts with a C, and I have no idea what it is because I can't read it because my eyes are too old. And then the L'Oreal True Match. Again, these are all good. They just weren't quite it. And then the Sheer Cover. I've gone back and forth on this over the years, and Sheer Cover it's a good product and it does cover those areas, but I'm going to show you something that is by far better than any of these. Okay, so let's move on to the foundations that have been fails for me. Maybe not fails. They're just a soft fall. How about that? One is this Eylure Maquillage. I found this on the internet. It's a little pricey. It's like 50 bucks. It was okay. And by the way, this is from the same manufacturer. This is the brush. And I do like their foundation brush. And if you get the Eylure Maquillage, the brush comes free. So that was really nice. And the brush has been something I have saved. Then I have this, again, off the internet, Novo, which is a 60-second, you put it on, and then on the other end it has a brush. Good stuff. It just, once again, not the best. I think it covered too much if I recall. And then I have Beauty Counter. I love Beauty Counter products. They are, I want to say they're vegan. They're all good for you and stuff. I don't know. But the Skin Twin by Beauty Counter, I really do like this one, and be careful because I might go back and say this is the best another time. And as far as primers go, because I'm going to show you a really good primer, I've always used this Pore Professional by Benefit. This is good stuff, but as I'm getting older, I'm finding that doesn't quite sink in. Instead, it just stays above my skin and gets a little flaky once I get into the real business of putting on my foundation. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these so I can show you something that is really just almost magical. Now, one of the main things that you have to think about, in addition to kind of covering up whatever's going on with your skin, is backing up a little to your skincare. So I have started a new product in that front probably about 4 months ago. I have found that I am getting a few more wrinkles. Also, I have lupus, so sometimes I do get a mylar rash, which has flakiness and dryness accompanying it. It's a tough word. So I do have that, and I wanted to go ahead and use a hyaluronic acid because that's recommended for, getting rid of wrinkles and all that. But I did find this product, and this is called Curology, and I use their product, and this is the serum or something. This is the main item, and it has tretinoin instead of the hyaluronic acid. I'm not going to be able to say any of them. Anyway, it's a great product, and what you do is you use their really simple cleanser and moisturizer. Seriously, they are simple. Those are for the morning, and then in the evening you add this in underneath the moisturizer, and it's just a little pump. This is a subscription service. They send this to you every 3 months. It is not pricey. I want to say it's like $20 a month. So I did want to preface with that. I love this product, and I highly recommend it. Okay, so moving on more to the makeup side, which is what we were going to talk about in the first place. The first part, by the way, my face is clean except for I did put on my eyebrows. I don't want to scare anybody. And a single coat of mascara just on my top lashes. So the first part is going to be your primer. So right now I am using, I showed you what I didn't use anymore, and that is that PurePressed from Benefit. I'm actually using something cheaper right now, and that is the Angel Veil by NYX. I just picked this up. I run out of the PurePressed, and I picked this up over at Target. You can get this just about anywhere. Even on Amazon. This size I think is like $11, so it's very, very affordable, and I found that it's really a good product. So I am going to start with the Angel Veil product and put that primer on first. All right, so I'm going to start with the primer. As I said, I put the primer on the back of my hand. That way it's just easier for me to get at, and I apply with my fingers. I know people do this differing ways, but for me, this is the very best way. I start up here to get those frown lines for sure, and then mix in. You have to be careful not to get too much primer on your face, or else it will get flaky, and whenever you go to put on your foundation, well, where are you then, right? So as I'm applying this, I'm seeing the pores are going away. And my skin looks much smoother. Hang on, I'll do a side to side here for you in a sec. Always get around your mouth. Not your ear though. That's not needed. I don't know if y'all saw I got my ear. Okay, under the eye, just a little bit. That is an area that you can really get too much, but that's what Q-tips are for, right? Okay, so even already you can see the difference in how my pores are going to look from side to side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this on. Okay, so here is where I show you the magic and I reveal what it is that I use. I want to preface this by saying that I found this makeup because I was having my hair done at the Beauty Mix Studios here in North Richland Hills, where my store is, and one of the ladies that is in that Beauty Mix area, which is kind of like different rooms or different stations, she does makeup, and she offered to do my makeup for me, and she sells this beautiful line of makeup. So the brand name is Jane Iredale, Iredale, and I really love what she did. Now, the problems that I have specifically are that I've got, some deep wrinkles here because I am older. I am a woman of a certain age, over 50. And of course, I have some discoloration, purpling here. And I have some hollows underneath my eyes. I haven't had any work done, and I'm always hoping that I can get makeup to do a little fill-in for me. So I'm today going to show you the concealer and then the foundation from that line. Okay, let's start with the concealer. So it has two sides to it. It has a light color, a light shade, and then a pinkish shade, which you would think pink for purple to cover up my purple, that seems kind of odd, but it really does make a difference. So I'm gonna just do one side so that you can see the difference, and then we'll do the rest full on. Now, let's see, I'm gonna do the lighter one. I'll start here at the bottom, and I like to put them into the deep creases that I have to bring some light into those. And I find that it really does make a big difference. Of course, I'm taking away some of the redness around my nose, which is there because I'm constantly blowing my nose, or maybe everybody's is like that, but I do blow my nose quite a bit. By the way, this does fill in your pores quite well and takes away a lot of the redness. Whatever's left, the foundation will take care of. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a little here too. Let's see, that's looking pretty good. Now around my eyes, I use the pink because that offsets the purple darkness that I have there. When I put on my concealer, I also use my fingers. You can also use a brush like this. This particular one is not a brand name. Wait, here it is. But it says Expert Concealer Brush. That's how I know I'm an expert. So let's get back to this. I'm going to also put it in my eyelid a little bit, which does not have any other makeup on it just yet. And let's see, more in that little corner. You can build this up. I just push it into the skin. And then I put on some of the lighter color and push it up into my lower lash line, which I do not use any other products on my lower lashes because that does cause shadows, and especially if you're wearing mascara, I mean, let's face it, you get kind of flaky or little rubs off, then you've got dark circles under your eyes in essence. So I am using both the pink and the lighter color to kind of camouflage here. And let me get a little more. I'm building this up as I go along. And it's not going to look like you're wearing just a whole bunch of makeup. Later on, we'll have to use a powder to set this, but I just wanted to show you the color first. Let me see if I can get this little age spot here to lighten up just a hair. There we go. Much nicer. And I'll put just a little on the corner here. Maybe that'll fill in some of those little lines that I get. Now I still have a little dot here. That tends to be a dark dot that I have trouble with. So I'm going to put just a little more on there. I don't know why that dot is there. Unfortunately, it's where the hollow of my eye is the most pronounced. Hollow of my eye. It's like the apple of your eye, except I guess the opposite. It goes the opposite direction. Okay. So at this point, wait, let me get a little of this rosacea. Just little light pink. With the lupus, you'll get that mylar rash. And for me, it just generally stays kind of pink in that area. All right, so let's see. I think we're ready to just do a little show here. You may not see a huge difference. I'm going to do some building here in a minute. So here is the side that is without. And then here is the side that I've already put on the first level of concealer. For me, I can already see a large difference, especially in the size of the pores. And then it does help considerably with this wrinkling or these deep crevices right here on this part of my face, it does lift it up. And this side of my face tends to be the side that is the most wrinkled because I sleep on this side for the most part, and it tends to be just kind of the worst. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the rest on, and then I will join you after I'm finished with that. All right, so it's been a few minutes since I put on the concealer, and I can see around my eyes where it's settling and creasing a little bit. I have found this to be true, that then I wait a little bit and I smooth out those creases, put some setting powder on it, and we're all good. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You can use a brush or you can use your finger for this. It's very simple. And ta-da! There we go. Okay, for setting powder, I'm going to use, and you really could use anything. I still use my Dermablend loose setting powder. For some reason, this seems to be just the very best of what I can find. So I'm just going to literally take that same brush and pat it underneath. And then I put it on top as if it were for eyeshadow. I'll still do my eyeshadow later on. You guys won't see it because it's not really part of this video, but just says information. So there we go. There it is set. This is a translucent powder. You can use something with a little bit of color if you want. Really don't see a purpose. I'm going to set this aside though because I'm going to want this again here in a little while. Okay, so now let's talk about the foundation. So for me, I like to use this compact foundation, and it's just a powder. Now, for some reason, it doesn't make my skin dry. It doesn't settle in the any of the flakiness like some dry or powder foundations do. I'm not sure why. However, this other foundation that they have, which is called Glow Time, and it's a full coverage mineral BB cream with SPF 25. I found this to be a great foundation. It's just, for some reason, it accentuates the flakiness, and I'm not sure why. It should be the opposite. But I'll probably save this one for summertime, and I'm going to go ahead and go with the powder foundation for now. Some people like to use a foundation brush, totally fine. For me, I like to press it into my skin. So I use an old-fashioned powder puff. You can get these on Amazon for like a dozen of them for, $5. So I use these quite a bit, and I also use them for touch-ups. I'll just do a few little pats as if it had powder on it, and it will take away that that shininess or add a little bit more coverage that you might need. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to one side of my face so that you can see what I'm referring to here. So you can see right away how that is smoothing out and creating that even coloring. Even the texture of my skin looks really pretty. Now for me, I use, there's no color on this. I use probably one of the lightest shades, but whoever you're working with can help you find the right shade, and I'm guessing they can work with you over the phone or via video as well and ship. So I will give the information to the information of my hookup down below so that you can contact her, and she can either help you out. By the way, her name is Leanne. She can either help you out, or give you some, if you're somewhere else in the country, she can direct you somewhere where they can help you out. Then I'm going up to the forehead. I'm going to try to do an even side to side so that you can see the difference. I'm not putting a whole lot on here. I'm going to do a little under the eye just to set it even more, and then also to give it even more coverage. You know, what the heck, right? More is more as far as I'm concerned when it comes to this. And for me, I have sun damage along my neck and then along my jawline just from the sun hitting me there, probably in the car and that sort of thing. So, and lack of sunscreen, no doubt. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off there. And under the chin. I don't really use a contour because I am so fair. It really makes me look just more dirty than anything else. But there we go. That is such a difference. So, wait, hang on. Let me make sure here. And it doesn't look like, you know how you can see your pores being filled in by a color, by a tint? That's not the case here. So let's take a look close up. So here obviously is the side that's been done, and there is the other side. I think it's pretty clear that this has been done. It's so much smoother, and it's ready for the next steps, which are going to be your blush and any kind of other color or highlight that you're going to put on your face. But what a beautiful coverage and a pretty color. Okay, I'm going to finish this up and then I'll catch you at the end. Okay, so now I have this beautiful even complexion. I love the colors. May not be absolutely perfect. I could probably make it that way if I chose to keep putting on more, but for a daily face, this is a really quick way to get all of your foundation on. So just to recap, all I used here was this Jane Iredale concealer and the Jane Iredale Compact Foundation, the powder. And I will link below what exactly the name of this one is. As an alternative, you can use the BB cream that they have called Glow Time. Now, I did want to say they have a full line of makeup. They have their own primer. They have all of the eye makeup and all of the shadows, that sort of thing, available. I am just wanting to feature these two items because they are, for me, the holy grail. Okay, so the final thing I'm going to do is a little bit of setting with my Dermablend loose setting powder, and this is the one I was talking about before. It's a translucent powder, and I'll just put some on a nice clean brush here and go ahead and use circular strokes here and just get a little bit on there. Too much is too much, but it'll take away any additional shine. Make sure I get that under the eye. I think I did that with that other brush earlier. All right, now, well, hang on, let me get a little more on my neck. Which, by the way, I have a really pronounced scar here from an earlier surgery. You can see how it really helped take down the redness of that scar, and I could have done even more. And if you have problems with your chest area, you can always use it there too. In fact, I'll show you what that looks like because that is really nice as well. mean, you can tell the difference on that. I'm probably getting all over my shirt, but that's okay. It's what a washing machine's for. So just even a light dusting, look at the difference there. Okay, so now I'm all ready to apply color. So I'm gonna go and do that, and then we can see the finished product. Okay, so a dozen Q-tips and 4 tissues later, and I've got the rest of my makeup on. One last thing though I did want to show is I have a new interest in wearing fake lashes. I've had a lot of missteps in this area, and I finally found some that work. So I wanted to show you these. These I got off of Amazon. They're very cheap. It was like 10 bucks for these fake magnetic lashes. This particular one is by Eylure, E-Y-L-U-R-E. And of course they say London, but come on. So here you go. And we'll have the link down below for this. Like I said, I got these on Amazon, and then you just put the eyeliner on, the magnetic eyeliner, and then you put on the lashes. So I'm gonna put on the lashes here in a second. Here we go. Now on the eyeliner, put 2 coats, and then this just sticks on there, and it is so easy. I cannot believe how easy these lashes are. And then if you don't get them quite right, just kind of move them around till you get them right. They aren't heavy at all. And you don't really see them out of your peripheral. They don't really bother you at all. And they just kind of sit on there. They don't feel like they're all that stuck, but as you move around and go on about your day, they're going to stay right there. I do on occasion have to reach up and check that they're still there. Actually, this one's sticking up. There we go. One more. There we go. I do have to check and make sure they're still there because I forget. I forget if they're even there. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys learned a little something, and I hope that you give it a try. Give these 2 products a try. The Jane Iredale, again, concealer, and the powder foundation. These are both available by distributors of this product. I will link my distributor down below, and you guys can contact her, and perhaps she can send you someplace else or work with you over the phone. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, fashion should be simple.